Welcome shooters and collectors. Today we're going to be talking about the Heckler and Koch P9. Now this is a little bit different than what we're all probably used to seeing, which is the P9S. And you're probably saying, well, what's the difference? It's got an S on the end of it instead of just the P9. And for you HK fanatics out there, you probably already know the difference, and it is rather subtle, but I'll point out the features, and then we'll take a look at a regular P9S Sport, and then we'll take a look at another P9 as well. So we're going to start off with the P9 here that you see before you. It is a P9, or you may want to even call it a mod P9, sort of like the PSP is more correctly could be called a mod PSP. And the differences basically are, it's got a single action only trigger. It has this one has a blued slide on it that's polished, but not on the top, just on the side. It has a nice adjustable rear sight, and the trigger guard is different. It doesn't have the finger groove here to rest your finger on. For the P9, only 485 of these were manufactured, and you definitely know it's a P9 if it has the 090 serial number on it right here. You'll see that 090, and the serial numbers ranged reportedly from 090025 to 090510, and this one was actually manufactured in 1972. It's 9mm. And which I believe all of the 090s were 9mm. I could be wrong. There could have been some 7.65s in there. And overall, this is a really nice example. And I would like to show you the difference between it and a typical P9, which is this one here. The P9S. This is actually an S Sport. You can see the S on the behind the 9 right there. It has the finger groove here. This is actually a double action to a single action pistol, and let's see, it does have the adjustable rear sight, and it also has the trigger stop because it's a sport model, and that's pretty much the differences that you can really tell when you just from the outside to see what they are. Now what I'd like to do is throw a really big curveball in there and talk about it for a bit. The P9, as you know, the P9s are the P7 series, the PSP, the P7s. The market's just gone gaga, bat crazy, and perhaps you're looking around. Maybe okay, I'm not going to spend $3,000 to $4,000 or $2,000 to $3,000 on a P7 squeeze cocker. And but I am an HK collector. I really like the HKs, and I want to get something else. So an 090 may be a really good option for you, since they only manufactured 485 of them, and they do have variations to them as well, and that's what I'd like to show you today. And this one is an 090, but it's a little bit different because, as you see, the trigger guard compared to this one, it has the finger rest on it, and the sights are fixed instead of adjustable here. There is a trigger stop on it in the guard, and I don't know, to be honest with you, if this is factory or if a shooter set it up this way. I kind of think it's factory. I really do. It doesn't, I don't know why somebody would bother to switch out that on it. But what's really interesting about this firearm is the serial number, or the set that came with it. And the serial number is obviously 090, like I spoke about earlier, except let's just say, for argument's sake, because this is blacked out, that the serial number is 150. And then it's got a -2 behind it. And the -2 is on the frame, on the slide, and on the barrel as well. So it's a matching set. And the reason why it has a -2 is because the 090 150 serial number was already taken, and it was taken by this pistol here. And this pistol is an 090, and let's say 150, and the serial number is all matching. It's on the slide, on the frame, and on the polished barrel weight, as well as the barrel as well. And again, the trigger guard, it does have the front strap here for your finger, which is a little bit different from all the other 090s that I've seen in the past. But I want to talk to you a little bit about this gun, and the reason why is because it's rather unique. I'll try to zoom in a little bit better for you. It was actually built after the P9 that I showed you with the polish slide. That one was 72, this one is later, and the serial number is a little bit later. But the interesting thing about these is it seems like HK just built pistols, they had parts left over or whatever, and they just pulled these guns together. And the reason why this one is so very special, or at least I feel, is because it is a sport. It has the longer barrel. The barrel matches, the weight matches on it. It's all serial numbered. It's all correct. It's a great pistol. It's in actually pretty good shape. And you just don't see these. I've seen about, I think, 5 of them ever. And when you consider that, let's just say for argument's sake that they made 10%. Well, 10% of 485 is about 50 firearms. And if they made just 50 P9 Sports, that is far rarer than any PSP that they manufactured 239. The ironic part about that is the PSPs, and I know you do have, of course, the crazy squeeze cocking people out there that just love them, and they go anywhere from, I mean, like, depending on condition, you know, they could go $15,000 to over $30,000. And these are just really underappreciated right now. And I actually saw one. I think it went for like $2,500 to, I can't remember, $3,500. And had I known that, I would have purchased it, knowing that I've only seen like 5 of them. And and not only that, you can go out and shoot it and not feel so bad about it. But what's also very unusual about this one is it's got the 090 serial number 090, let's say 150, and then you have the 090 150-2 with this one, and it has the fixed sights on it, which I showed you, but also it has this, another exchange unit, and this is an 090-3, and it's also on the barrel. And the unusual, unique part about this is it's a 7.65. Which I haven't seen for an 090 before with a set like this. So it is rather unique. I greatly appreciate, you know, the person letting me do a quick video on it. And if you, like I said, if you're into collecting HKs and you really like them, you may want to really start searching for these 090 pistols, because people are really going to get priced out of the P7s or the mod PSPs, and they're going to look for something else. And these seem like a screaming deal for the rarity of the pistol, for the money that that they're going for right now. And you may be able to find a really great deal out there. And don't be too afraid, you know, as long as the serial number, barrel, slide, everything, all the numbers match up. Like I said, HK did a lot of things, pulling parts out of bins for 10 years. And they had frames sitting around, and then they built the pistol, you know. So it can really vary on what you find. But so don't be too afraid about that. Don't think that somebody's, you know, trying to pull a fast one. Just do your research, look around, learn about them, and then just make sure everything matches up and seems right about it. Oh, one other quick thing about this. On this 090, I forgot about, the 090s are all single action. This one's single action, this one over here is single action. But on this one, which seems more to be a combat pistol setup, except for the trigger overstop that it has, it's double action, single action. So it's kind of a unique feature also on this pistol. Anyway, like I said, you never know what you're going to find, and who knows what HK was thinking or doing back then. So you may find some really interesting items out there that become very collectible and valuable down the road, but just aren't loved right now. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.